This is Tom Grayson, Executive Director of the Youth of Honor Foundation, outside the YMCA in here in Atlanta with Alan Rossum, cornerback, returner for the Atlanta Falcons. And just want to say thanks first to Alan, who just got done doing his Healthy Kids Club activities here at the Y. And Alan, why don't you take a second to tell everybody what you're doing out in the community?
Well, my foundation is entitled the Healthy Kids Club. What we perform here today at the Walter and Andrew Young YMCA is what we call a mobile fitness for kids. Came in, we talked about the food groups, about all of the different things that we like to eat. When I say we, I mean Mr. Walter Young, who the YMCA is named after, and also a friend of mine, Usher Raymond, came out to not only do a couple of dance steps, but also teach the kids about exercise and eating healthy. And those are the basic principles of my foundation: eating healthy, staying fit, or getting some type of exercise, but also staying away from unhealthy substances. Those types of things build up a number of things within your body. One, it provides energy, it gives you brain power. It also helps build up your self-esteem. You feel good about yourself. It just leads to other things that are positive within your body and within your life.
Yeah. Now, I was here a whole day, and I can witness these kids were dancing and sweating, and they understand their food groups now. So, great job in the community. I want to take a minute as a Youth of Honor, and we're trying to reach out to delinquent youth across America, go into juvenile detention centers, and teach them how to make a personal U-turn so they can have a better life as they get out. I just want to ask you two quick questions.
Sure.
You're a punt returner, so in the NFL, you have guys bearing down on you all the time.
Yes.
I'm sure people doubted you growing up. You're not the biggest of guys out there. What things have you had to overcome, and how did you overcome those? And what words can you share with kids, how they can face up their obstacles in life and overcome them?
Very good question. Well, all of my life, I've had people tell me I can't do something. I've always been the smallest person on the team. I've always also been one of the fastest. So I've used the talents that God has given me, and I've just made them explode to unbelievable potential, to make it seem like I'm faster than probably I can even run. So what I've done, when people told me not to go to Notre Dame, which is the college that I went to, and they told me that I wouldn't graduate. I graduated early with 2 degrees. They told me that I wouldn't make it in the NFL, going on my 10th year. And they told me I wouldn't be successful off the field and doing things like this in the community. This is success to me. Not just every time I do something, just making a ton of money, but giving back to the community. Because when you see the smiles and the joy within these kids' faces, you realize really how important you are to them. And me being a role model, being on this platform that I have, I feel that it is vitally important. Not only myself, but other people come back and give their time to kids. And that's why I invite different walks of life people to come out. Not only people like Usher and other athletes, but also radio and TV personalities. They come out and talk to kids as well. So when I was growing up, I had one person, Sam Perkins.
Y'all got down with the teenage city with Hershey.
Oh, I just paused for a second.
Yes.
Oh, I can go?
Yeah, go ahead, I'll cut it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, Sam Perkins from the Dallas Mavericks came out and spoke to our middle school. And he told me some of the same things that I'm saying right now about not letting people tell you that you can't do something. The word can't, I really don't even allow it in my house. I have 4 young daughters, so whenever they say they can't do something, I always try to have them correct themselves. You know, so not only do I teach these kids, I live the same life that I have, not only eating healthy and exercising. I do the same things at home. I let them actually play inside the house, which is like crazy. I never could play inside my house when I was younger, but I want them to be active at all times.
Well, good, and you are very active. You know, we talked earlier about eating right and stuff, and 4% body fat, so you work out every day and stuff. What has education done, final question, to help you get through it, and how do you encourage others to get educated and live their dreams?
If I could just tell you this short story, something that I learned, there was 2 things that were said to me. One, when I came to Notre Dame, Lou Holtz was my coach, and he said, "Men, we know that this is not the party campus. You know, there's only 8,000 kids, 7,500 to 8,000 kids here, 10,000 with undergrad. We know we're in the middle of Indiana. We know it's 3 feet of snow out here, but it's one thing I want you to remember. Sacrifice these 4 years for the rest of your life." And that's one thing that I did. I went to school. I went to my classes. Like I said, I graduated early with 2 degrees. And the reason how I came to that is I never made below a B. And my sophomore year, I was starting on the football team after playing a lot my freshman year. And I made 2 Ds. It kind of failed me for the spring semester. And I was an All-American in track my freshman year as well. And my dad sat me down and he just kind of went over how much my education was costing because I was on scholarship. And once I found out how much he was making a year and that we couldn't afford me going to school no other way but on this scholarship, I decided to take up another major. I decided to take tons of hours in the summer and to graduate early. I could have easily took one class my second semester of my senior year. During the season of my senior year, I decided to take 19 credit hours with an internship so that I could graduate early because I had dropped a number of classes early in my college experience. So, but I went through that for a number of things. One, to prove to myself that it could be done. Two, to prove to all the counselors and everyone else who said I couldn't do it and I said that I would not do it, to prove them wrong. But also to make my father proud of me because, as he once stated, that football is going to come and go. The one thing that's always going to remain with you is your education. So I took that to heart my sophomore year. I came home for that Christmas break. It was happy for a moment, then it got kind of sad. You just had a man-to-man talk with me, and that's something that I have for the rest of my life. And the moral of that story is, he wanted me to graduate. I was looking for football. When I graduated early in December of '97, I graduated, and I decided to hang around campus to walk with my class. Well, I go to the NFL Combine to try out for all 31 teams at that time. And everyone had heard how fast I was. I set an NCAA record for touchdowns in a career. It was just like unheard of because I'd only started to return my junior year, so I had a lot of touchdowns. And as soon as I got there, I'm getting ready to run and do all these drills. My father passed. But I was hurt. I was hurt and I was sad, but I was also glad because he saw both degrees that I had. He saw me graduate. The one thing he always wanted me to do. So I cherish that time of me getting my education, even over being drafted. Besides giving my life to God, marrying my wife, and having my kids, my education is a vital part of my life.
Well, I want to thank you for taking time to speak with us and speaking to the youth that we serve. And I want to say you are getting your jump on life, and we're asking all these kids to do the same thing. And hopefully they can learn a little bit from Alan, learn a little bit from other people, and make their lives something better for tomorrow. So best luck to you and your foundation.
If I can say one more thing.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Kids, as I'm looking at you, as I'm talking to you, pay attention to what is being said because, one, which is great, I'm not being paid for this. I'm giving my time as he asked me to do this. So I must really care about what I'm saying. So that's one thing. I always ask if someone is being paid for this because you can tell how important it is. Not saying it's not important if they are getting paid, but if you're doing it for free, where normally I may get $5,000 for an hour. Sometimes you get more than that. So when you're doing stuff for free, it means a lot more. When people are giving their time, not only just professional athletes, but Mr. Sure, Mr. Grayson, when people like that are giving their time, take it into consideration and see how vitally important it is. They have families as well, and they're giving their time for you. So thank you, and I appreciate it, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I hope you guys are getting your jump on life.
Thank you, brother. Take care now.